What's up YouTube? Welcome back, my name's Tony. Today we're going to be talking about recording acoustic guitars. So there's a lot of ways you can go about recording acoustic guitar. I always recommend using a small diaphragm condenser mic, but I've also had great results using a large diaphragm condenser mic, ribbon mics, and even dynamic mics. So if you don't have a small diaphragm condenser mic, use whatever you got. You can get great results out of using a different kind of microphone as long as you have the mic placed in the right spot. So there's four main positions I usually go to when recording acoustic guitars. You can point your mic at the 12th fret of the guitar to get a really bright and jangly kind of guitar sound. By moving it over to where the neck meets the body of the guitar, you'll get a little bit more of the mids, a little bit more honk out of it. You end up getting quite a bit more pick noise on the strings though. The third one, and which is usually my go-to, is right down here, kind of on the lower part of the body of the guitar. There you end up getting more of an even sound. It's a little less bright, a little more heavy in the mids and the lows, and to me it's always seemed like the easiest acoustic guitar sound to work with. Or you can place a mic back here by the lower part of the body of the guitar for a much more mid-rangey, almost honky kind of sound. I generally avoid putting a mic right in front of the sound hole because you end up getting a very muddy and boomy sort of sound from there. So to help me illustrate some of these points, I've brought in my good friend Myles Young from the band Under the Mountain. So for this first example, I'm just going to hold onto the microphone and move it around the guitar while Myles is playing. I'm going to start from the 12th fret and hit each of the mic positions that I mentioned before, so that you can hear how the sound varies from point to point. So like I mentioned before, my favorite mic position for the acoustic guitar is right underneath where the neck and the body meet. So for the rest of these examples, we're just going to use that position. So when placing your microphone on an acoustic guitar, be very conscious about how close or far away you're placing the mic. Placing it further away from the instrument will provide a more natural and even sound. However, you will pick up more of the room ambience. Placing it too close, however, and it'll just sound unnatural, not like a real acoustic guitar. I generally like to have my microphones anywhere from about 8 inches to 1.5 feet away from the instrument, depending on the volume of the player and the size of the room and whether or not they're strumming or finger picking. So in this example, I'm going to start with the mic a little ways away from the instrument and gradually move it closer to Myles while he's playing. As the mic gets closer, you'll notice the room sound become less and less apparent, but you'll also notice the proximity effect kicking in and a boost in the low end. Also, make sure you're paying attention to how your guitar player is playing the instrument. A mic choice and placement that works for a strummed acoustic guitar may not also work for a finger-picked acoustic guitar. Here's a quick example of those two playing styles with the same mic placement. I find small diaphragm condenser mics very useful for recording guitars when the guitar is a main instrument in the song, but also within an arrangement. A pencil mic will really pick up the right frequencies and the intricacies of the player without giving you too much information to work with. Using a large diaphragm condenser mic on an acoustic guitar will give you a broader picture of the instrument. It'll pick up a lot more audio information from within the room, which can be really good for an acoustic guitar in a sparse arrangement. Using a dynamic microphone on your acoustic guitar will give you a little bit mellower of a sound, a little more focused on the mids. You won't get that crisp, airy top end with a dynamic microphone. This can be really useful for arrangements when acoustic guitar is not the main focus. Using a ribbon mic on an acoustic guitar will give you a much darker overall picture. I find that ribbon mics and dynamic mics on the acoustic guitar kind of fit the same purpose, when the guitar is not exactly the main focus of the song, but just provides more texture in the background. I can give you all the advice in the world about which microphones to use and which position to use, but really until you go out and try a bunch of this for yourself, you'll never know. Well guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Thanks again for tuning in guys. We'll see you next time.